Have you heard us talking about segment intending? So segment intending is you realize that it's a new segment that you're entering into, like it was a new segment when you came to the stage. It's a new segment when the seminar ends and you are on your way to your car. It's a new segment when you get into your car. So new segments all the time, and each new segment does ask for a different focus on your intentions, because you have different intentions when you're communicating with someone than you do when you're by yourself in your vehicle, for example. So it's really helpful to identify the segment and make some statements to yourself about what you want from the segment. So Esther's been segment intending for a very long time. When she gets into her car, she would intend that she would have a nice drive, and she would intend that it would be comfortable and safe, and she would intend that traffic would be kind to her, and she would intend those kinds of things. And she usually has very nice drives. The traffic and the weather is very good to Esther because she's been asking it to be for a long time, and it just is, because she expects it to be. But recently, as she was contemplating segment intending, we said to her, in the spirit of it, something that we'd been saying for a while: you want to get out ahead of it, you want to get out ahead of it, you want to get out ahead of it. Well, segment intending is, in a sense, getting out ahead of it. It's saying, I'm going to be over there, and when I get over there, I want it to be this way and this way and this way. But in the true spirit of attraction, isn't the preparation for that segment really happening in this segment? If you're really getting out ahead of it, then isn't it affirming good things now that is the best preparation for the next segment? Think about it. So that got Esther's attention, and so she began thinking, putting into the terminology I feel, because feel, emotion, is the best indication of vibration, and vibration is the point of attraction. So she would say, I feel happy. So she identified maybe how she was feeling or how she wanted to feel, but she was identifying the feeling of happy, identifying it, and then isolating it by just kind of looking around her current now for obvious things of happy. This is a beautiful room, by the way. So beautiful in so many ways. There is a lot in this room that if you focus upon it, you could feel happy about. It's fresh and really clean. The sound carries very well. These baffles are intentional. The lighting is wonderful. It's not hard to find a reason to feel some happiness if you decide to. So I feel happy. I feel sure. I feel eager. I feel ready. I feel open. I feel alive. I feel eager for life. I feel sure-footed. So as she began saying those things, she discovered it was the best ever preparation, because now she's taking that good feeling point of attraction person forward in time, forward in experience. So she began thinking of it like, in this segment of intention, she was establishing a vibrational atmosphere, and then she and her atmosphere were moving forward and attracting from whatever was there what matched the atmosphere that she had accomplished. Not telling that person that they needed to be nice to her. Not nice people were irrelevant to her atmosphere. She had lighted her light board in a way that when she stepped into wherever she was stepping, it had to be good to her, because anything that wasn't good to her wasn't active in her, because she had taken care of that in advance. You see what we're getting at? Since it's attraction, 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 then anything you can do to prepare your point of attraction is a good thing. Now, in contrast, it's the reason that we wanted to have this conversation with you, because this conversation is so beneficial to so many, especially to you. Think about your opening words about that time that you were describing that wasn't so good to you. That's the opposite of the segment intending. That's remembering the past, using that as the reason to accomplish the feeling, and then stepping forward into life with that point of attraction. You see what we're getting at? And that's why for most people, things don't change very much, because they let what has been happening or what is happening be the reason that they offer a vibration, and then they just take it into the next segment and the next segment and the next segment. So the world and life and people and things and thoughts just keep coming to them according to what they've got going on. But you can change that. You don't have to think about what has been, and you don't have to think about what is, but it is a mastery that requires some practice. But once you get the hang of this a little bit, you had that going on. You had that going on. And we love that you have that memory of having that going on when it was easy for you. You can do that again. What is a high five?
It's a celebration of joy.
It's you and I are in agreement. Make sure that what you're high-fiving with is really high.
Thank you.
Because sometimes you high-five because you hate that guy.
Oh, no.
Sometimes you high-five because you're suffering similarly and you get each other. In other words, we're talking about harmonizing, aren't we? Nothing wrong with that high five. You were right there together. What we want to point out, and we're going to do it all day here today, is that you are harmonizers looking for something to harmonize with. Just make sure where you are before you start seeking your harmony, because law of attraction will help you find it wherever you are. And so if you're in a bad mood, law of attraction will harmonize others in bad moods with you, and then you'll come to the wrong conclusion about what's going on this planet. You see? Yeah. So that's nothing about what you came to talk about, but you did high five and we couldn't stop ourselves.
It's okay. It's all good.
The reason we wanted to bring that up is because there is a desire to harmonize, isn't there? There is a desire to say, you and I are on the same page. There is that desire. Are you in agreement with us about this? And we want you to be, just for a little while, a little less caring about who you are in agreement with if they're in a physical body, because your inner being will high-five you all day long.
That's why I'm here, is to high five with my inner being.
Yes.
And source.
Yes. So we've enjoyed this interaction more than words can explain to you, but maybe you're getting some of the feeling of it when you tune in to who you really are, and you translate the feeling, the vibrational frequency of your inner being back into your physical consciousness. The emotions feel like love and stability and clarity and elation and well-being. We know for sure that you are in a different vibrational place than you were when we began, and we know for sure that your point of attraction is shifted, and that the evidence of that will be all around you. We know that you've intellectually understood this, but we ask you not to try to remember it, because this isn't an exercise in memory. This is an exercise in having calibrated there, so it will be easier to do it again. There's no homework and there's nothing to fuss about with this. Life experience is going to help you to the next and the next and the next. You're doing extremely well, and we are eager about what is coming next for you, because what comes next for you comes next for us as well. There is great love here for you, and for now we are complete.